Let's get this 500 off right, boy! We'll come home and win the Daytona 500!
Eric Monaco is gonna win at Pocono for the Subway 100.
Jake Galloway will win at Darlington in the Powerade Truck Series.
Coming off the corner, it's going to be Ben Crouch taking home the win here at Chicagoland.
Really though? No he won't! Kuklon! What's up everyone, it's NSRacing95 AKA Nathan Stapleton here, and welcome everyone to Chicagoland Speedway as we get set for race 14 on the season and for the JBL 200. We are getting down to the wire here for season 3 of the Powerade Truck Series. 3 races remain until we crown a champion at Homestead Miami Speedway. So, last time out at Road America, it was a wild one for sure. And it ended up being just inside Dell, returning to victory lane and finally gaining some good momentum back to his career, after having, I think, a pretty good, season 1, all the way back in 2018, so he finally got a win, and got some mojo back in these trucks, but that win, that kind of shut things up and didn't allow anyone to clutch themselves into the round of 4, into the final 4 at Homestead. So all 8 drivers still have a shot, a mathematical shot. Some better than others, some worse than others, to make it into the final 4 with 2 races to go, Chicagoland and Phoenix. Speaking of which, this is how the points shake out coming into the JBL 200. PJ Williams, probably one of the best drivers, one of the most consistent drivers this season. He has 12, he's plus 12 points in as of now. Benny Watson is plus 7, Ultimate Ahmed is plus 3, and then Nathan Baylor is plus 1. That is really, really close. Roger Hampton, who this time last year, he ended the season, his rookie season, with back-to-back wins at Phoenix and Homestead. So, this year, Roger could do the same thing, but this time he could win the championship at Homestead, but right now he's 1 point out. And then for these other 3 guys, they have bad Road Americas, and they need to have a good Chicagoland and a good Phoenix if they want to make it into the final 4. Francois Chastain is 10 points out, Eli Bright is 12 points out, and then Keegan Thompson is 20 points out. And like, the bad thing is that a lot of these guys tonight, I think 5 out of the 8 playoff drivers still deep in the field, so it's gonna be very interesting to see of who can make it through the field and who can gain some momentum going into the finale. And who knows, it's gonna be interesting to see if anyone of those playoff drivers can get a win and knock themselves into the final 4. So, with that being said, here is the top 10 for the JBL 200 here at Chicagoland Speedway. Last time that we were here at Chicagoland, if I remember right, it was the 99 of Jenny Baylor, and then he starts on hold, and the long time is moving more. Roll number 2 is Benny Watson and Jake Galloway. Roll number 3, we have Leroy Minute and Bobby Frazier. Roll number 4, we have Noah Clifton and Osman Ahmed. And rounding out the top 10, we have Jacob Thibodeau and Brett Sierra. But as you can see, only 2 playoff drivers still inside the top 10. There's PJ Williams about midway through the field, and then everyone else is towards the back third of the field. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how this plays out. For a lot of playoff drivers deep in the field in this one. We just have to wait and see what happens here in the JBL 200. The pace truck dives onto pit road, and that will leave the field in the hands of Jeremy Baylor and Quentin Moore Here we go, 3 races left in Season 3 of the Powerade Truck Series. The JBL tournament at Chicagoland is green here tonight. Ben Watson is driving the number 9, not number 9, but driving the number 6 for No One Bennett Racing. This team will not be full-time next season, but they want to go out and win as many as possible. They've won 3 times this season. Ben Watson, the all-time wins leader on my side of the NIRA and overall in the NIRA. And he looks to get another win here tonight and lock himself into the Final 4 at Homestead and get a championship. Hopefully, Wayman, because not only had a good season, don't know if he will return to Truck Series next season, but he wants to get some momentum and maybe get still a win. But here comes Stapleton, who barely edged out Bobby Frazier in the part-time qualifying race, I should say. By 1/1000th of a second. So Stapleton always has one win tonight, and he would love to get another one here in the main event. In the main event, controlling up to 4th and a battle for 5th between Jake Galloway and Christian Vargas. There will be one pit stop in this race, past halfway, so we don't have to worry about any pit strategy late in this race unless we get a couple of cautions. But Ben Watson out front in that number 6, doing a good job, single file for the first 7 trucks. You saw that it was wild at the start, 3x3x3 for all of those rows in a row. And now that they have settled back down a little bit here at Chicagoland. Thibodeau, he got a massive 1 in 1 and 2, and he is to the side of leading 1 minute for second. But if he's not careful, then push one might be able to take second away, and he's gonna shove Thibodeau out of the way and try to get to the bottom and pass him for second. And this is glorious scenes for Ben Watson right now in that number 6 machine. He's know that he doesn't really like this format. And I guarantee not really a lot of people do. But he's taking advantage of it. He's gotten 3 wins this season. But he's also been very consistent. He's been very quiet though too. Like when he doesn't win, he's very quiet. So Ben Watson is having a great season in the 6th truck. Unfortunately, will not be like full time next season in Powerade Truck Series for No One Bennett Racing, at least as far as I know of. But I mean, that would be something to do a furniture racing and like win the championship and not be full time next season. But if he wants to win and make it to the Final 4, he's gonna have to own it, because these part-time trucks are moving. Quint more now to the inside of Ben Watson on that number 8 of 40. And Thibodeau is obviously gonna help his fellow part-timer Quint more on the inside, but he's gonna just leave him out to dry. A massive one for Thibodeau through turns 1 and 2. And now Thibodeau, who won the part-time qualifying race less than an hour ago, he's trying to lead laps in both races here tonight. And he will not do it this lap, but he might be able to do it next time by. But because these guys are going side by side, that's allowing Jimmy Baylor, Jake Galloway, Frazier, and others to catch back up. As I know, something might have happened. This pack has kind of figured out for whatever reason now. So I don't know what happened, but now is Daytona and Talladega, 2 lanes trying to push each other. But, oh my! Galloway just almost turned Thibodeau through 1 and 2. but they saved it, and now they're going 3 wide. Quintamore went way up to the top side, and he gets the massive one. And now Thibodeau with a massive one on the top side from that momentum and from that shot from Quintamore. And Quintamore's going to get by as well, and so will Benny Watson potentially. That top side was moving in 24 that last time by, and almost 3 people were able to take advantage of it. That's the good thing about this racetrack. That's the good thing about Chicagoland. Really won't like blue. You know, it's very unique from one of these normal mile and a halves, where the top side can actually look, you know, at Chicagoland. Benny Watson to the inside of Quintamore now. Oh, but he can't because Galloway's going to do a 3-wide move through the middle. This is very intense stuff right now. I guarantee you, they will not be able to do this in the Cup race tomorrow night. They went 3-wide right there, that would have ended really bad, and this might end really bad. Galloway did a slider through the middle, and then he gets by Quintamore, and he's going to try to get by Benny Watson. Great stuff here at Chicagoland on that number 13 of 40. With all this battling for second, that's allowing Thibodeau to pull away. And now here comes Osman Hamid, one of the 2 rookies that are left in these playoffs. And he is trying to help Benny Watson try to get this inside lane, to get this inside lane to work, because it is not working at all. If I had to say, we're about halfway through a tire and fuel one here at Chicagoland for these truckers. I think it's about 25 to 28 laps on fuel. So they will have to make one pit stop, and if it goes green all the way, they will have to pit in the second half of the race. But now, Jake Galloway, he's got 3 or 4 poles this year. So Galloway has gotten a lot of poles. He didn't get his first one on the season until Darlington to start the chase. Well, yeah, to start the chase for the truck series, but he is moving. He's honestly been a very fast truck this season, and now he is going to the race lead. And Osman Hamid shoves Benny Watson out of the way, but he couldn't do anything to get that position. And now here comes Bobby Frazier. Osman Hamid almost chopped off Bobby Frazier. Now Baylor moving his way back up to the front as well. Crazy stuff here at Chicagoland Speedway. Ben Watson trying to chase down Jake Galloway now and take back the top spot. Frazier though, isn't this what we just saw in the part-time qualifying race? I think it is. Frazier and Thibodeau battling for each other, or battling with each other on the racetrack. And right now it is for 3rd here at Chicagoland. Top 10 last time by was Jake Galloway, Benny Watson, Thibodeau, Frazier, Hamid, Baylor, Miles, Warren, and Sierra. That was the top 10 last time by, and this time by it will all change because now Benny Watson trying to take the race lead back through 3 and 4, and I don't think he led that lap. Nope, he did actually. Benny Watson led that lap, and they are still side by side going into turns 1 and 2. A very clean race up to this point here at Chicagoland Speedway. Police coming on the season and for the JBL, but it has been intense. Almost, Galloway almost got turned by Thibodeau, and now Thibodeau through the inside, but he couldn't get a one on Ben Watson as Owen Miles hit the wall back there off with turn number 4. This is exciting stuff here at Chicagoland. We're only halfway through. In a couple of laps, we will only be halfway through this one. But PJ Williams, I mentioned that he comes in here as a point leader. He started deep in the field towards the mid-pat, towards the back half of the mid-pat, but he is moving his way up to the field, and he is inside the top 10 now, I believe. Or at least, yes, he is. He's 9th right now. So PJ Williams moving his way up to the front. so is Francois Chastain. But Nathan Baylor, Roger Hampton, Eli Bright, and Keegan Thompson, they are still stuck in the back of the pack. They cannot do anything. And for Roger Hampton, that is huge. Because he only came into this race, he came in, he had 1 point out. And for Baylor, this is huge for him because he came in here 1 point in. But because Francois Chastain is moving, and he's the best one outside looking in right now, Francois Chastain will be in right now. As of now, and that is 4 wide almost. Jeez. But the thing is, this is only race 2 up the round of 8, so. But like, the thing is, I don't think, besides maybe PJ Williams or Benny Watson, if they get all the max points, I don't think anyone can point their way in one race early to the Final 4. But unless they play off all the wins this race, which is, I wouldn't count it out because there's Osman Ahmed, Benny Watson, and PJ Williams up here, 3 of the fastest trucks this season, and Osman Ahmed has gone really fast late in the season and since the playoffs have started. But I won't be shocked if a playoff driver were to clinch this spot in the Final 4, but if it doesn't, then most likely all 4 spots will still be up for grabs going into Phoenix next week, and that's going to be very interesting to see what happens at Phoenix. That is next week. This is the Pleasant Hamid closing in on this number 04 of Thibodeau. They can't get it done. And then yeah, we are past halfway on lap number 24, and we should see pit stops fairly soon. And speeding up soon here, we will have a battle for the race lead here soon, and that is right now Hamid and Thibodeau, but Thibodeau got a massive one on the top side. Hamid lost so much speed, and he's going to chop off Bobby Frazier. But Bobby Frazier did not like that, and Leroy Minnick and Baylor bowing at it behind him as well. And now here comes Christian Russell. We don't know if he will return next season. He probably won't. The season 2 champion has had a dismal season. Not very competitive season, but he's having a great one here tonight at Chicagoland, inside the top 10. And just outside the top 5 as well. No one is pitting yet here at Chicagoland, and right now Thibodeau, he might be the fastest guy in town. Thibodeau can really well win this race. He very well could. Still 15 laps to go, I know, but he is by far one of the fastest trucks in this thing. Baylor flew right through the middle. And now Ben Watson, he's fallen back a little bit towards the back half of the top 10. He is in 10th now, so he's fallen back a little bit. Now Brett Sierra, Brett Sierra, Russell, Minnick, Baylor, Frazier, they've now taken the spotlight from all these playoff routers. One thing that's a common thing, that there's always a playoff router in the top 5. And right now, that is Osman Hamid in this 22 for AM Racing. No one is pitting yet, but like, if you want to know how competitive this truck series is, Season 1, a Toyota won the championship of Juan Garcia. Season 2, 92, a Ford of Christian Russell won the championship, and right now, it's looking like most likely a Chevy's coming the championship for season number 3. That's only one Toyota that's in the final 8, or in the round of 8. There's only one Toyota. The rest of the field is Chevy. So Chevy as a whole has been really fast this season in the Powerade truck season. Most likely one of them will win the championship. If that's the case, then in all 3 seasons, each manufacturer has won or will win a truck series championship. Is anyone paying yet? No, they're not. still no one is pitting here at Chicagoland on that number 30. Or on that number 29 now, on that number 30. They need to pit once. I'm pretty sure that they need to pit one time. But when will they do that one pit stop? Will it be this time by? It might be. About 28 to 30 laps on fuel. Some of them running really high, but no one's pitting. So no one is pitting still. That is very weird. Tyler's not really falling off either, so I don't know. That was weird because everyone went really high up the racetrack. So I honestly don't know. But meanwhile, for second, as Baylor moves, and never mind, they will just win one more lap. Pitting on lap number 31, and that's half the field. Maybe that's why. Because the majority of the field is pitting on lap number 31. Late race pit stops here at Chicagoland. Bobby Frazier stays out. Russell, Sela, Clifton, Williams, Winslow, Watson, Keegan Thompson stays out. About half the field pits, half the field stayed out. And I would assume that most of these guys will pit here this time by. And everyone else will. So yeah, I thought it was going to be like 3 or 4 laps separating the pit stop cycle, but no, it was just 2 laps. Half the field pit 1 lap and half the field pit the other lap. And oh, contact between GMS teammates of Massenthal and Keegan Thompson. That ain't good. And more contact, a lot of contact onto pit road. Let's see, where is the 22 of Osman Harmon? There he is. He is the first one out from the first group, but really be the race leader once the cycle's out, because, let's see, there's Brett Sealer, and there's Brett Sealer, and there's Osman Ahmed. Osman Ahmed will be out front, and the rookie is going to be out front, but he's going to have to challenge with the 04 of Jacob Thibodeau. Now Tall, we saw what happened to Tall, and apparently Brandon Beal, the same thing happened to him. He made contact on pit road and he's stuck there. So, late in the race, 7 laps to go in the JBL 200, and Osman Ahmed is out front, Thibodeau in second. He won the part-time qualifying race earlier on tonight. Now he has a shot at getting this race win. These two are probably the fastest 2 trucks on the racetrack right now, and they are battling out for the race win. But if these guys get side by side, you can't forget about Brett Sealer, Focus, Frazier, and where the heck did Juan Garcia come from? He was in the back all race long, and that KBM number 14 got a great pit stop, did a massive strategy over. Now he is inside the top 5. The JBL truck is inside the top 5. Jonathan Hoff out of nowhere is inside the top 10. Williamson tries to stay out of nowhere inside the top 10. Where did some of these guys go? PJ Williams still up front. Roger Hampton with a great one right now. After pit stops, and some Baylor good pit stop. Oh my jeez. Benny Watson's pit crew screwed him so bad. He was 10th, and now he's 24th. So that hurts for Benny Watson a lot. He's going to be not really in a happy position going into Phoenix next week. But this might make him feel better, because there's still going to be 4 spots left as of now. While I was looking through the field for the playoff drivers, Thibodeau got past Osman Harmon. Can Harmon close in on Thibodeau? I just don't see it. Thibodeau is just, he has a truck that no one else can stop him with. That 04 for World Racing is bad freaking fast. He dominated his part-time qualifying race, and he's practically dominated this race as well. And with 3 laps to go in the JBL 200, he has a 3/10 of a second lead over the playoff driver of Osman Harmon. And Harmon this is what he needs. He needs a good one. He come in here only +3. Sure, he probably wants this win, but even if he doesn't get this win, he will be in good shape going into France next week. Same with Francois Chastain is going to get back into the hunt. That's for sure. PJ Williams is going to gain even more of the top 10, top 15 one. Most likely a top 15 one at this point. And now, oh Jesus, Tall and Beal just came off the pit wall at the same exact time, and they were going double file. Anyway, 2 laps to go, a lap and a half to go. Hamid is there. He is closing. And then number 2. He might have a shot. This might be the same situation as the part-time qualifying race, if I'm being honest. Here we go, white flag. Final lap, who will win? Race number 14 on the season and for the JBL 200. Can Thibodeau steal a playoff spot away from Hamid, or can Hamid barely edge out Thibodeau? I don't think he's close enough. He might be able to send it in 3 and 4, but I don't think he's gonna be close enough. He isn't. He can't get there. Coming off of turns 3 and 4, Jacob Thibodeau and the number 04 for World Blue Racing will win the JBL 200 in a caution-free race yet again here for my side of the NIRA. That's back-to-back races, and that's back-to-back kind of team races. That race was not team. That race had some insane racing to it, but the last 3 races have been kind of but nevertheless, Jacob Thibodeau gets the job done in the JBL 200, and he, I think, is his first win on the season as a part-time, maybe second. I think that might be his second. I'm not completely sure, but Thibodeau, he does the sweep. He won the part-time race, and he wins the main event. He wins the JBL 200. So, good job for Thibodeau. Seals one for Monday's playoff drivers and full-timers here tonight at the JBL 200 and for at Chicagoland, I should say, and for the JBL 200. Thibodeau wins. Hamid in second. Seal in third. Frazier in fourth. Garcia in fifth. And then it's Russell, Smith, Clifton, Frazier, Clifton, Chastain, and Stephen Thompson rounds out the top 10. On Miles in the 11th, Fergus, 12th, Hoff, and 13th. Eli Blight out of nowhere. Like, where did Francois Chastain come from? He gets a top 10 out of nowhere. Eli Blight out of nowhere comes home and gets 14th. PJ Williams 16th. That's gonna help him increase his gap. Roger Hampton, who came in here 1 point out, that's gonna help him because he got 17th. Bayard's got 19th though, so depending on how things out, it's still gonna be very close. I think it's gonna come down to potentially Bayard, Hampton, and Frazier. I mean, Chastain, Bayard, and Hampton potentially. But the thing is, with no one winning, since no playoff drivers have won in this round yet, all 4 playoff spots are all on the line still, and everyone still has a shot. The only one that might not have a shot is Keegan Thompson, because he did get a good one. Once again, he got 29 for that, 2-12 with PMS, so. And Benny Wilson got 24. That's not going to be good because he gave me only +7. So I think it's going to come down to 6 people for 3 spots. I think PJ Williams is going to be very close to blocking himself in on points. I think it's going to be like an Enwadre situation where he can classically be locked in, and as long as he finishes and not DNFs at Phoenix, he should be fine. But then for Keegan Thompson, I think he's going to be in the must-win now after that one. It's not been a good round of 8 for Keegan Thompson, that's for sure. And he might be in a must-win at Phoenix. But for everyone else, Watson, Hamid, Bayard, Hampton, Chastain, and White, I think they will all have a shot to point their way in for sure into the Final 4 next week at Phoenix. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching the JBL tournament at Chicagoland Speedway for the JBL, for the Powerade Truck Series. This is not the JBL Truck Series. For the Powerade Truck Series. That was a wild one, a wild race. Caution free once again, but it did not disappoint with the crazy news that we saw in this one. So, thank you guys so much for watching here for the JBL tournament at Chicagoland. Congratulations to Jacob Thibodeau on getting the race win. And the points, the playoff points, the rookie of the year points, and everything else will be at the end of the video this time. I will not forget because I'm not going to be able to watch this time like I was with Charlotte. I was trying to upload that during the rain delay for the 500, but yeah. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and until tomorrow night for the Cup Series ton for the Krispy Kreme 400 at Chicagoland under the lights. That's going to be a good one. Until then, I will see you guys later. Bye!